All right, I'm sitting here at the Matrium, and I have permission to, because we're talking about the Silver Age of the Catskills, which is something I've never heard of before. So go on, introduce yourself and tell about it, will you?
Well, yeah, my name is Cathryn Platine, and I'm the Reverend Mother of the Matrium of Cybele, which owns Central House. And I was just talking a little bit about the history of Central House. And the part that we're sitting in right now was the original farmhouse. It was 2 stories high, and then in the late 1880s, the whole rest of the structure was added on in 2 sections to take in boarders, because at the time, in the Silver Age of the Catskills, this is after the height of the Catskill Mountain House, which is on the mountain right directly over there. It's no longer there, obviously. That's where all the richer people from the cities came to. But there became a real need for people who didn't have that money to have a place to summer out of the city as well, and that was when these little towns in the bottom of the Clove started to thrive, and Palinville was one of them. And we did some research on the house. We know that the house was originally, when the border section was added on, it was wired originally for electricity right from the beginning. We know that Central House, which was the poor house in the area, that's why we have all the 8-foot ceilings, and the other places that have survived have got 10-foot ceilings. We were like $3 less a week, I think it was back then, to stay here.
That's a lot.
It was a lot of money in that time. So this is where the artists basically stayed, because artists have always been starving artists, and so the house had an awful lot of famous artists stay in it over the years. We had a little trouble tracking down all of them, but we have gone through the summer newspapers from the time period, and one of the things we discovered was that we had the first flush toilet in Palinville.
Oh, what a distinction.
Yes. So, and you know, if anybody who's familiar with my work in ancient history knows that one of the things I make a deal out of is the existence of flush toilets being very tied to the position of women in the society.
Interesting.
Because, well, it requires a lot of investment, and interestingly enough, this house was woman-owned for, what, 80 years?
Maybe not that long, but after...
Do you mind? I didn't ask you. Is it okay if I...
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, after Calvin Goodwin, who turned the place into an inn, died in like 1917, 1918.
Somewhere in that area.
Yeah, looks like the place was primarily woman-owned until the Gentiles bought it in
1956, I think.
55.
55, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, you're looking at a good 35, 40 years anyway.
Yeah, Victoria and I did the research together on the house, so.
Wonderful. Have you talked to, like, the Black Dome Press? They love to, they love the kind of story.
No, but we've been considering trying to get the house listed with the Historical Society, because this is like the last place that we know of in the Catskills that is essentially the same as it was in 1890.
Oh.
But it's never been remodeled and gutted. The walls are original. The numbers on our bedrooms are the ones from the turn of the last century.
I want to get the from the porch. I want to take a picture of over the window, but I didn't want to interrupt you. I was so interested in the silver era of the Catskills. I had never heard of that term.
That was when they built the Otis Elevated Railway, which was right behind us.
Right.
Went up to the Catskill Mountain.
Yeah. Well, my great grandfather was a chef there.
Oh.
Yes. Right.
So we have a fully functioning 1880s telegraph office upstairs, which I'll show you.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Art tile of the Otis Elevating Railway.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Which
yeah, I've been at that spot many, many times.
You can, the wreckage of the original depot is still back in the woods. I know, I know
Yeah.
right where it is.
You always see this wonderful view when you go to Story's Corner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to school with the Story.
Yeah, you can still
Story
see
people.
it. You can still see up the cut up the mountain where it ran.